What is going on, everybody? I am your average gamer, and I want to talk to you guys about the game Sleeping Dogs. Now, this is an older game. This is the year 2023, and there are a lot of better games than this. It is made by Square Enix, the same people that make the Final Fantasy games and everyone's favorite, the Marvel's Avengers game. But no matter how you feel about any of those games personally, we can all sort of agree that they make really good combat games, and this game is no different. Right off the rip, we are introduced to the combat, and for a game that is as simple as pressing one button to attack or kick, it can be super fun. Right from the beginning of the game, you can tell that you're going to be fighting a lot. Now, there are ways to kind of change your fighting styles in funny, unique ways, and there are ways to upgrade your moveset. Nothing really super crazy that's going to blow your minds, and there's always going to be somebody that complains. I mean, it's the internet, for God's sakes. I made a Borderlands 3 video trying to get people to play it, and somebody got mad that I was over enthusiastic about that game. I don't know. Now, after beating that room full of what seemed to be men that fought like third graders, we are introduced to the triad gang that Jackie's in. Now, Jackie was the guy that we were with a little bit ago. He's our friend that we grew up with, and he is introducing us to the Sun On Yee. Now, just like most gangs, you have to go through a hazing period. Now, what they thought was going to be an easy ass whooping, I showed them that you don't mess with the man in a blue jacket.
You like that? How about that?
Hello, boys.
After kicking the crap out of the three guys who all love the same skin-tight gray t-shirt, we are introduced to the bad guy. The bad guy's name is Dog Eyes. He is a pretty important person to the story.
Time's sake, let's work something out here, okay? We can share the night market, huh? We're both Song On Yi, both grown men. We shouldn't be fighting like children.
After the introduction to Dog Eyes, Winston gets a little angry and tells us that we still need to prove ourselves. So we go around town threatening random civilians and beating up every single person that gets in our way, because that's what heroes do. Wei Shen, the character that you're playing as, still needs to prove himself to the Triad. So Winston asks him to go grab this guy named Benny. Now, Benny is the guy that is in the tan suit, the beige suit, whatever you want to call it. And to be honest, I don't even know if his name is Benny. So after defeating all of the enemies the same way, I realize I need to stop from the main story and focus on some variety for my movesets. As fun as this was, I wanted to just fight differently. You collect these idols that you find throughout the game. They're really not hard to find at all. You just kind of casually collect them as you're playing the story. You go back to your old trainer, who then tells you to ruthlessly beat the snot out of his very own students. Now, I don't know what school this is, but I feel like it needs to be shut down. After working on a very simple moveset, which, hey, I don't even care, it's very fun, and anyone that disagrees, I'll fight you. I played this game, I know Kung Fu. Anyway, my whole point is that this game is extremely fun, just like how I was trying to convince you guys in the Borderlands 3 video. I might sound overhyped, but I don't get a single penny for having you guys play this game. If you guys download it, it doesn't affect me in any way other than me having satisfaction knowing that somebody had fun playing a video game I suggested. Now I can go out here and promote all types of games, such as, God, Red Dead, God of War, Last of Us. You'll hear me talk about that a lot in a lot of my other videos. But I want to shy away from that and put light on something that is incredibly fun.
我狗用嘅垃圾 You're still working for that bastard, aren't you? I mean, wait, listen, I swear. Always a dirty fucker, man.
One thing that I have yet to mention, which isn't a spoiler because it is introduced to you in the very beginning of the game, is that you're an undercover cop trying to infiltrate the Sun On Yee, which is the game, the Triad game that you're in. After getting a phone call, Winston finds out that his mother's restaurant had just been shot up. Now, this is the first time that you can actually earn your stripes and prove yourself.
Everyone's outside. Listen up! We're hitting a sweatshop on the waterfront. All his trucks move to that place. It's how he makes his money. I want it burned to the ground. Siwa runs the operation. Put that Gatan in the shallow grave. Don't turn my yeah. It's over.
Winston, are you sure about this?
Of course, I'm fucking sure.
Look, what's the chairman gonna say when he finds his warehouse floating in the ocean?
He's not gonna like it. But there's no way Dog Eyes walks away from this.
So burn the warehouse, but take Suha alive.
After Wei Shen, again the character that you're playing as, realizes that Winston has built himself up into this frenzy, he suggests not to do anything rash and to go get this guy who's a big part of this drug manufacturing type of thing and to give him a bigger cut. That way it would hurt the other people and help their own triad. So you do what you do best and you dismantle, disfigure anybody that stands in your way. Keep in mind, like I said, you are an undercover cop. Now, after beating up half of the city of Hong Kong, we finally are introduced to the gunplay. And I say finally, but you can get here so fast. I didn't skip any cutscenes, I watched all of this stuff, and I still got here really quickly. Now, before I get way off topic, the gunplay is super fun, right? And I'm not trying to, like, again, make it over the top. It's not, like, the most fun gunplay in the world. There are a lot of issues in this game when it comes to the gunplay or just fighting in general. But if, you know, personally, I was able to look over that, and if you can't, that's just on you. I don't know what else to say. There's so many games based off of realism. If that's what you're looking for, go ahead and play those. You know, I have nothing against realism games. I am a huge fan of them as well. But what I'm trying to say is everyone should be able to appreciate something in this game. I mean, look what I just did to this car. I just jumped on it like it was nothing. Like, broke physics, didn't matter. Anyway, after proving ourselves after capturing this guy, we run into this dialogue.
Anything happens to me, you look after our people, okay? We're a family. Family has to stick together. Duke, Conroy, they're good guys. But they're not gonna be leaders. I know Conroy gives you shit. You've proven yourself now. And he'll see it. Even if he doesn't want to admit it. Do me a favor. Look after Peggy and my mom, too.
If that isn't a clear sign of moving up in the ranks, this scene 100% confirms it, where you meet Uncle Po, who is the leader, the boss of Winston himself. So he is the guy to go to, the man, the myth, the legend, pretty much.
Tell him I sent you. Winston won't mind in the slightest. Will you?
Thank you, Uncle.
Winston.
Fast forward to a few missions later. Now we're finally getting into the spoilers. If you don't want to know anything about the spoilers, fast forward to whenever the timestamp says, okay? Anyway, you finally make it to Winston's wedding when you realize that the waiters are a little upset that they didn't cater for enough food and people are getting upset. Kidding. All jokes aside, as much as this game might seem corny and, you know, might have its weird moments, it definitely can capitalize on its drama. Nothing, again, over the top, but there might be some things that you just don't see coming.
Peggy! Wait. Get Peggy out of here. She doesn't deserve this.
Winston. Winston! Fuck. Oh, shit. Peggy. Shit. Oh! Are you okay? Can you walk?
What's going on?
What happened to Winston?
Okay, come on. We gotta get you out of here.
After that really crazy sequence, we go back to check on Mrs. Chu, who is Winston's mother. Now, she is a pretty exotic character in this game, but she is pretty cool for the most part. She tells you some information that, once again, might blow your mind, or might not, depending on who you are as a person or a gamer.
Dog Eyes did it. Is that what Johnny told you?
She reveals that she knows who did it and says his biological name. That's how you know that these hooks are in deep. She knows exactly who it is because Winston and Sammy grew up together. She reveals that it was Dog Eyes this whole time. So again, you do what you do best and you absolutely dismantle and disfigure every single person in your way. I swear to God, you're like the Asian Batman in this game. After fighting, and I'm not even kidding when I say this, probably like 30 to 50 different types of enemies, whether you're just fighting, breaking their legs, throwing them in environmental attacks, or shooting them, you finally deliver on your promise to give Mrs. Chu Sammy.
What the fuck? He's crazy! Wait, if you have a problem with me, then let's sort it out ourselves, okay? We don't need to bring her into this.
Sorry. It's nothing personal. Just business.
Oh, God! I'm sorry, please! No!
After all of that, you finally take your position to be the boss of the Sun On Yee. So you're basically what Winston was in the very beginning of this game. You can tell this because you have the Gold Deagle. That's how you know you're the boss, right? Gold Deagle. I mean, just ask El Chapo, am I right? Anyways, when we finally complete this, we are going to be promoted. So we basically got promoted. We promoted ourselves and then got promoted again. But we're not getting promoted to just like any type of regular role. We're really moving up in the ranks and we're introduced to being a Red Pole.
He's been a loyal foot soldier to the Sun On Yee. It's time to make him a Red Pole.
Your initiation is young Leon. He has been selling to schoolgirls and was ordered to stop. He switched to the 18K instead. Make an example of him.
Thank you. I will.
If any of your people have not been properly initiated, bring them with you.
We do exactly as we are told to go find this dude in the red zip-up jacket that is dealing to kids and take care of him. But it almost ends for us. Luckily, Jackie is here to save the day. Now, Jackie is a big person in this game that you'll see a lot of. He's never taken a life until this moment, and you can tell that it's actually really affecting him. Fast forward a little bit, we go to Winston's wedding, where the 18K show up. Now, this is the group that you are fighting throughout the entire game, and as you realize, stuff is about to pop off.
See how you like it.
Now, I do make a pretty big jump from what you guys just seen to now. A lot has happened in the story, not like a crazy amount. Now, I did spoil a little bit. I'm not trying to spoil everything, especially the ending, because I want you guys to experience it for yourself. Now, no matter what I say, there's always going to be somebody complaining or something about this video game. I mean, for God's sakes, I've seen people complain about Red Dead's 2 ending and just Red Dead 2 in general. Now, I'm always here for opinions. I'll listen to, people's opinions, especially if you voice it in a very mature way. I'll listen to it and I will try to see both sides to everything. But if you sit here and talk trash about Red Dead 2, I honestly don't know what to tell you. Because the thing is, again, me being open-minded, I understand where a lot of people come from, right? Because I couldn't get past the first 2 hours to 3 hours in that game for so long. I played it like 4 different times and I did the same missions. I was like, dude, how is this game so good? Why do people think this game is so good? I just don't see it. Fast forward to me actually paying $10 and forcing myself to play it. It was like, dude, single-handedly the greatest story game I've ever played. Now I say that, and Red Dead, as great as Red Dead is, God of War is probably my all-time favorite game. And if you guys don't know, I post a lot of God of War clips. It's just something that I really enjoy, the fast-paced action. Really enjoy it. Anyways, everything that you guys just missed from when I was talking, here are some simple puzzles, right? Really easy to do. I try to show you that even when you're driving in a car, there's always some type of scenario going on that might be a little silly, but is also quite fun. Now we are introduced into the side missions, and they're kind of silly, I'm not gonna lie. They're littered all over the map, completely optional. I do recommend doing a lot to get a lot of your levels up. There's like 3 different levels. There's cop levels, triad levels, a face meter, and then you can also go around finding those idols to just get different combat moves. The one thing I'm not really going to cover, I'm just going to have you guys kind of see, is that there are different ways to change your combat a little bit. It's not really crazy. You put on a different outfit and you can fight differently, different animations or whatever it is. One of the primary ones that you'll see me use is the drunken guy as an example. There's also Hitman in this game. There's a lot of different things in this game. But again, I welcome all of them. Some people are going to poke fun at it, which I can as well. It is a little silly, but it's hard to deny that it's really fun. Anyway, that's going to do it for my video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, like, comment, and a sub would of course mean the world. As always, I love y'all, and I hope you guys stay smooth. Peace.
Master, I can feel your destiny rising just looking at you. I used to have an exclusive line of undershirts, but then everyone got in on the game. No point in chasing the market, especially at $1 a shirt.